Inbreeding also leads to what geneticists call inbreeding depression, a subtle but consistent decline in fitness. Fertility drops, infant mortality rises, cognitive and physical development slow down. Charles Darwin noticed it in plants. He bred them, self-fertilized them, and watched as their vitality withered over generations. The same principle applies to humans. So let's bring this to the here and now. In the city of Bradford in northern England, roughly a quarter of marriages are between first cousins. What? It's a city with universal healthcare and high-quality public services, and yet researchers found that children from consanguineous unions had 181% higher mortality than their peers. They made more GP visits, had more prescriptions, more emergency admissions. Their rates of learning difficulties were 89% higher. Speech and language problems, 63% higher. And by age 10, they were 38% less likely to meet developmental benchmarks. So this isn't about poverty. It's not about access to resources. It's about genetics. And Bradford is not unique. In Pakistan, cousin marriages lead to a 2.9-fold increase in autosomal recessive disease. In Saudi Arabia and Qatar, metabolic disorders are several times more common than global averages, directly traceable to consanguinity. What's remarkable is how consistent these findings are across geographies and cultures. A meta-analysis of nearly 48,000 consanguineous unions found a 4.4% increase in pre-reproductive mortality. Those numbers are not trivial. They echo through families, through healthcare systems, and through entire societies. But here's the problem. We can't really talk about it. In 2024, when a British MP raised the issue of cousin marriage as a public health concern, he was accused of bigotry. And when the NHS published guidance on the risks, it quietly removed the document under pressure. Why? Because in modern liberal societies, the biology of kinship has become taboo. We speak frankly about smoking, obesity, alcohol. We calculate their costs in years of life lost, in hospital visits, or in tax burdens. But when the same logic applies to culturally sensitive practices like cousin marriage, we get nervous. But the genome doesn't care about your politics. It doesn't care about your feelings. It operates with cold mathematical consistency. When genetic diversity narrows, risk expands. Talking about cousin marriage shouldn't be off limits. We need to acknowledge that there's a risk factor, one that, like all others, deserves to be understood, not ignored. 10% of the global population today descends from cousin unions. This isn't a fringe issue. It's a contemporary human reality. And pretending otherwise doesn't help anyone, least of all the families most affected. Inbreeding is not just a moral idea. It's a biological process with measurable consequences. And if we believe in intellectual honesty, which we do here at Quillette, in public health and in human dignity, then we should be willing to look at it in the face. Because science, like culture, is about storytelling.